It's the best thing to happen since sliced bread, people exclaim when something exciting has happened in their life. But in reality, many types of sliced bread may not really be the best thing. In fact, according to Wilder's A Brief History of the Enrichment of Flour and Bread, something dramatic happened in the 1930s, which changed bread. People shifted from whole grain to white flour. It tasted better, it lasted longer, more people purchased it. Sounds pretty great, right? Almost. With that shift came increased diseases. People started getting really sick, and the government was forced to take action, creating laws for the enrichment of bread. But that enrichment of bread did not provide the nutrients of whole grain. Today, when we go to the store, we have many options when it comes to eating. Maybe we'll get some spices for our food, or we might pick up a bag of chips to eat. But if we're really smart, we could go for the health. How often do you go for the health? I used to not think about health either. Then I started taking some health classes, including nutrition, and I learned the value of eating right. Today, I propose that we make a shift for our bodies, changing our bodies from filling our constituents with junk to putting the nutrients that we need. I propose that we start by making that shift from enriched and refined grain to whole grain. By so doing, we will have more of the nutrients we need and decrease our likelihood of disease. So let me tell you a little bit about what grain looks like. There's this little wheat, and in that wheat there's an endosperm, bran, germ, a husk. Well, when we eat refined and enriched grain, all of that is removed, except the endosperm, which really doesn't provide that many nutrients at all. So when we eat refined bread, we're really not getting the nutrients of whole grain. And when we eat enriched bread, we're getting some of them, but it's lacking a lot, including zinc, magnesium, fiber, and vitamin B6. But what about whole grain? Whole grain has many of the nutrients, because whole grain is made up of the endosperm, the bran, and the germ. Not the husk, because the husk is unedible, but it comes with so many of the nutrients that we need for our body. These nutrients include iron, thiamine, riboflavin, niacin, vitamin B6, fiber, magnesium, and zinc. Those things go for the functioning of our bodies and help us be healthier and happier individuals. So, what else is good about whole grain? It has to do with disease. People think that refined and enriched grain is fine, but in all reality, refined and enriched grain may increase our likelihood of disease. According to the British Medical Journal study, it could increase our risk of diabetes. And according to the American Journal of Nutrition study, refined carbs could increase our risk of macular disease. But on the other hand, whole grain decreases. According to the American Journal of Cardiology, it could decrease our likelihood of heart disease. According to the Harvard School of Public Health, it increases our longevity by 5% and our longevity with heart disease by 9%. And the European Journal of Epidemiology says it lowers our risk of diabetes. So let me ask you something. Is it worth it? Is it worth it to you? Do you care about your body? I want to show you something. In my hand, I'm holding two pieces of bread. One is refined, actually enriched, and the other is whole. Can you guess which one it is? In truth, they look almost the same. They seem almost the same, they taste almost the same, but they're not the same. Whole grain greatly enhances the nutrients we take in and decreases our likelihood of disease. So it's up to you. Which one do you choose?